I used to find myself in the same start-stop cycle that so many busy guys over 35 that they find themselves in. You see, every October after softball season would wrap up, I'd get back into a home workout routine. But by December, there was one busy week, a sick kid, the holidays starting up, and there would be just one Monday that I skipped. That would always become 2 months off, then starting over from zero and wondering what's wrong with me. Nothing was wrong with my home workouts. They were boring and they stopped being challenging enough after those first 6 to 8 weeks. So of course I stopped. But at the start of last year, I broke that cycle. And it wasn't because of a vision board. It was because I changed the way I built my home workout. If you've been in the same start-stop cycle for months or even years with your fitness, I'll show you exactly how I did it so that I could go from this to this in those first 12 months. Here's the thing that nobody tells you. It's not just a motivation problem. Every time you quit, every time you hit that 2-month wall, you probably told yourself some version of, I just need to be more disciplined, or I just have to want it more. Now, we'll talk about motivation a little bit later in this video, but it's never the thing holding busy guys like you or me back from the consistency and the results that we want. There's actually 4 things that causes this 2-month wall that stops so many guys from sticking to their home workouts and their fat loss and muscle definition goals. One is defaulting your home workouts to circuit training. The home workout industry sold everyone on burpees and body weight circuits. And it's not your fault you believe them. That messaging is everywhere. But a circuit is cardio in a costume. It makes you tired for 20 minutes, but gives you almost nothing to show for it in terms of a changed physique months later. Number 2, you never bought more weight or more equipment. You've got the same pairs of 15-pound dumbbells and 25-pound dumbbells that you've had since 2020. And you're doing the same exercises now that you did with them then. The problem is that your body adapts to those weights in 6 to 8 weeks. The workout didn't change, so it stopped feeling like it was working because it wasn't anymore. 3, and this is one of the biggest issues, is treating home workouts like a compromise. In your head, in so many busy guys' heads. A real workout happens in a gym with a squat rack. So at home, even if you tell yourself you really want to do this, you're half committed. You train like you're apologizing to be there. Your equipment and your workouts scream backup option. They're not actually optimized to have the workouts that you know will get you the results that you want. And then 4th, another big one is you wait to feel motivated. The only problem is that motivation never shows up, at least not as often as you want it to. None of these are discipline problems or willpower problems. I call them boring workout problems. But the good news, we can fix boring workout problems. And so over the last year, these are the 3 big changes I made to fix my own boring home workout problem. First, I stopped worrying about doing circuits and started training for strength and muscle. Not toning, not feeling the burn, strength and muscle. Because here's the thing, muscle definition is just muscle that's big enough to see with body fat that's low enough to show it. That's it. And the only thing that builds muscle is progressive overload. Lifting a little heavier than last time or doing a little more than last time on repeat, week after week. I also stopped making my home gym an excuse, a backup option. I made it plan A. And to do that, I had to buy a little bit more equipment, a little bit more weight to make more exercises challenging. It sounds so simple, but that's really the secret, guys. You can't get stronger with 15 and 20 pound weights forever. At some point, buying more weight becomes the program. And now, my home workout area in my apartment, it may look like it takes up a decent amount of room because of the workout bench I have, but I didn't buy all that on day 1 when I decided to get serious. I bought the weights first, then I added the workout bench, then I added some other things that gave me more exercise options. That's how you do it, by the essentials that get you started with challenging workouts, and then add on from there as you see what would make your workouts or the experience of working out at home even better. And I want to stop you before the objection, right? Because you might be thinking, I don't have room for a full gym. And you don't need a full gym. You need one adjustable dumbbell set that goes up to at least 50 pounds and if possible, a workout bench. Just those two things can make a full home gym that'll work for busy guys in their 40s. The moment you treat working out at home like a real training environment instead of a compromise or a backup option, everything gets easier. And look, if you want the exact program, if you want the exact plan, the exercises, the progression system I use, and what to do each week so that you're not guessing, I put all that into my free 4-week home workout program made for dropping body fat and increasing muscle definition. It's linked in the description. You can get it for free or comment home down below and I'll send you the link. Here's why strength beats circuits. And this is the part that fitness influencers miss or don't say. When you lift heavy enough, you maintain or even build muscle while you're dropping body fat. You lose the spare tire while you're building the muscle definition under it. That's the thing bodyweight circuits just can't do, because they never give your muscles a reason to grow. So strength training is where it's at. That's why we talked about buying enough weights to make a decent amount of exercises challenging. But how many exercises are enough so that you don't get bored? I call it the 2 to 5 rule. 2 to 5 variations for any type of exercise. That means for the bench press, for a lunge, or a bicep curl, etc. Now there's obviously more than 5 variations of each of those. But the point again isn't to throw so many exercise variations into your program and just cycle through them one after the other without any strategy. You have to narrow your list down to the 2 to 5 variations that you like the best and that are challenging enough for your muscles with the weights or equipment that you have at home. When you have home workouts that challenge you, exercises that you need to focus on for every rep, every set, the home workouts stop feeling like a compromise, and more importantly, they stop being boring. Now you can actually believe that your home workouts are going to cause the results and the physical change that you want. Now here's the part that stings, and I need you to hear it. You've been telling yourself that you'll train more when life calms down, when the kids sleep through the night, when work slows down, when your schedule opens up. But you know and I know that that week is never coming, right? Life doesn't calm down. It just changes the thing that's loud. A sick kid becomes a school project, becomes a work trip, which becomes an aging parent. The distractions are always there in some form. So waiting for them to stop or leave is just a plan to never get started. This is the all or nothing trap. You think a workout only counts if it's 45 minutes, warmed up, and fully locked in. So when you only have 20 or 30 messy minutes, you skip it because in your head, 20 minutes isn't enough. It doesn't count. It won't do anything. But that's backwards. That 20 or 30 minute workout might actually be the only one you can stick to at times. And I'll tell you this, the guy who does 20 minutes 3 times a week for a year, he's the one that will see results in the mirror. The guy waiting for the perfect 45 minutes is still stuck at 0 12 months later. But I'm not just going to tell you, just show up, find a way to make it happen, because that's more of the same willpower trap. Instead, I'm going to tell you the part that nobody says. Every goal-setting guru or course tells you to create a vision. And I always thought that advice was overblown. And this isn't that. Instead, just find your reason. I had to figure out what I actually wanted. And I don't mean the goal or the fat loss or building muscle, but the specific reason that mattered enough to pull me out of the chair tired after a day of parenting so I could still start my workout. And here's what I learned. That reason, it doesn't need to inspire you or make you feel excited. It just needs to be real enough to pull you through, to get you to start the workout on the days you'd rather not. That's it. That's the piece I can't hand you. You have to think of it for yourself. But I can tell you, it's the difference between the guy who only lasts 2 months and the guy who's still going 6 months later or even 2 years later. You have to find yours. The reason that's specific to you. Maybe it's related to your work like it was for me. Maybe it's your kids or your family or your health or some version of yourself that you've wanted but haven't fully committed to yet. So here's your one job this week. Don't add exercises, don't buy another program, and don't try to get motivated again. Just show up. If you need a baseline target to get out of the rut, Pick 2 exercises, push hard on them for 10 minutes, and start practicing showing up when it's inconvenient. Because the workout itself was never the hard part. Starting it was. And if you're wondering whether boring and effective strength training actually works, this is what it builds. These are my results. Not a dramatic 12-week shred, not a bodybuilder, just a guy who was about to turn 40, who stopped quitting every 2 months, bought some heavier weights, and showed up and pushed for that extra rep or 2 every workout on repeat until it just became what I did. You don't have a discipline problem or a motivation problem. You have a boring home workout problem. Fix the workout and the consistency will take care of itself. If this hit home, drop home in the comments below and I'll send you my free 4-week home workout plan so you can start the right way, not the way the fitness industry told you. After you drop that comment, check out this video next that YouTube thinks you'll like.